The man wore contact lenses every day to pretend to be blind. As a pianist, he was often invited to play at rich people's homes. Most people didn't pay attention to a blind man, so he often saw things that were hard to describe. But this time, he didn't want to see what was happening in front of him, because he suddenly noticed a corpse lying in the room. The man recalled that when he was about to enter the rich man's house, the rich man's wife tried to stop him at the door, but he insisted on going into play since the rich man had paid him. He regretted it the moment he stepped inside. He could only make an excuse to use the bathroom, but once in the bathroom, he didn't call the police right away. Instead, he kept pretending to be blind while using the toilet. It turned out another man was hiding in the bathroom. Back in the room, he started playing the piano. Meanwhile, two people nearby stuffed the corpse into a suitcase. The man already knew this was a love triangle murder. To hide the truth, the woman played a recording of the rich man's voice. She wanted the blind man to think the rich man was still alive. The man from the bathroom had changed into the rich man's clothes. He pushed the suitcase toward the door. The woman didn't suspect that Jack was faking his blindness, so she told him to finish playing and go home. On the street, Jack hesitated for a long time. Finally, he went to the police station to report the crime. But to his surprise, the police chief was the man from the rich man's house. Seeing the chief staring at him, Jack claimed he'd lost his wallet. The chief thought Jack knew about that day's events, so he followed Jack to his house. Looking for proof Jack wasn't blind, Jack quickly hid the contact lenses on the table. The chief picked up a newspaper and asked if Jack read it. Jack said it was for scooping cat poop. The chief was still suspicious and set up a final test in front of Jack. Jack stayed calm and didn't flinch. He successfully fooled the chief. The next day, the rich man's body was found by the river. His wife claimed he left with $10 million, so everyone thought it was a robbery murder. The chief had already tossed the rich man's watch into a urinal, and the man in front of him became the suspect. Fearing for his life, Jack gave a false statement at the station. He thought the matter was settled, but soon, another murder case came his way. At the rich man's funeral, Jack was invited to play. An old lady, the rich man's neighbor, was there. She told the police she saw another man enter the rich man's house that day. He got there before the rich man and Jack. The police confronted the rich man's wife, but she brushed them off with a few words. The rich man's daughter approached Jack. She wanted him to teach her to play her father's favorite song. Feeling guilty, Jack agreed. But the next day, as he prepared to go to the rich man's house, he saw something horrifying.